Have you ever wondered how people make millions of dollars just by connecting people? Well, here's the thing. Most people don't even know that this opportunity actually exists. But today, I'm going to show you guys how you can become one of the most valuable people in high finance. I always get comments below my videos with guys saying, oh, well, why don't you actually try this? And to be fair, some of the offers, albeit a lot of the offers that I post on my page, I leave for other people to do based on the principles that I built my current business on. But here's the thing about this one. This is a business model that I actually do. I am intimately familiar with connecting institutional investors with sell-side businesses that are looking to sell equity in their business to investors. This is what I do every day as an investment banker and somebody that owns an investment bank. Now, I myself am a licensed broker, and what I'm about to share with you can be done also by unlicensed people as long as you are not making commissions on the actual sales of securities in proportion to the amount that you are selling it. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer. If you plan on doing this, I recommend that you do connect with one. And if you come to me, I can actually recommend you a pretty good securities attorney. All right, so let's talk about making bank. Wall Street style, baby. And I'm not talking about running across the trading floor with Bobby Axelrod screaming down your ear or working under some guy who thinks he's Jordan Belfort reincarnated. What if I told you that you could make millions of dollars just by connecting venture capital with their favorite type of people, rich people? That's it. Just connect them with fund of funds, family offices, pension funds, and you're cashing in big time, baby. This is not some pie in the sky idea, okay? This is a legitimate business that a lot of people overlook. And the beauty is, even if you're not licensed in this space, although you will earn less money, you can still get in, get your toes wet, and make some good bank. Section 1, the opportunity. All right, so here's the deal. VCs love blowing money on what they believe to be the next Airbnb or the next Uber. They do it all the time. In fact, they have about a 10% hit rate, which means 90% of the time they fail. And they have to pay for that 90% of the time somehow. And you're asking yourself, Alex, who's stupid enough to invest in something like that? Well, that's a very good question. It's people with a lot of money, which would be people like family offices, multifamily offices, pension funds, maybe some sovereign wealth funds, and some fund of funds. Often fund of funds are kind of family offices as well, but that's neither here nor there. Guess what? Very few people are offering to help VCs raise money. Why, you might ask? Because a lot of people think that these large institutions that they would be raising the money from are so far out of reach that it's not even worth helping or getting into the middle of those transactions. Now, I'm not saying that you could go out tomorrow and figure it out. There would be a lot of learning in this process that you would have to do prior to doing any of this, even just to land the client. However, you genuinely could go on a 30-day or 60-day bender of just learning everything about finance, enter this space, already know the marketing side of things, and crush it. Look, at the end of the day, you're not just brokering a deal. You're opening the floodgates for transactions that range anywhere from $5 all the way up to $100 million in allocation to these venture capital funds. Section 2, the numbers that matter. All right, let's talk numbers, because I know that's the only reason you guys watch these things. All right, so on average, family offices make about 10 commitments a year at an average investment size of anywhere between $6.1 million for direct investments and $7.9 million for funds. That's some serious coin. Fund of funds, on the other hand, aggregate capital from a number of different people to mitigate a little bit of the risk. Still risky, less so. Their commitment to VCs can range anywhere from 5 million all the way up to 20 million. Sometimes even past that, to be honest, but like up to 50 million, but that's just my opinion based on what I've seen in the market. Now, the last one that I would look at here is pension funds. These guys are big contributors. Same thing with sovereign wealth funds and even endowments to a lesser extent. But, you know, a pension fund will allocate $100 million into a fund that they deem worthy. Now, in order to take on $100 million, you would already need to have billions of dollars under management in order for them to trust you with that kind of money. But those transactions are certainly out there, and I've spoken to a number of funds that are well over billions of AUM, literally through cold email. Look, here's where it gets really good. If you are licensed, you can take anywhere between kind of 1% and 3% on these transactions, sometimes even as high as 5%. On a $10 million allocation, that's anywhere between $200,000 and $500,000. Not licensed? No problem. charge them $20,000 per month in a retainer fee in order to help connect them to these various funders. You can do this through cold email. Basically, as long as you are not making money based on the closing of the deal, you should be good to go. Like, even if you're not licensed, you're still likely to walk away with a few seven figures a year just off of fees alone if you're charging that retainer model and you have, 5, 10 clients. Section 3, how to run the offer. All right, let me show you how to pull this off step by step. Step 1. Scrape a list of VCs. Very easy to do. You guys can actually use Apollo, or you can use PitchBook if you want to shell the money out for a database like PitchBook. There's also a number of other databases, but those are really the two kind of best main ones. To be honest, if you're early, you can literally just Google top VCs in your area, go to ChatGPT and try and find some, and you could just reach out to them on LinkedIn and email as well. Step 3, make sure that you guys use Thor's hammer and start sending cold emails. I use it, you should use it, all the best guys use it. All right, here's a script to get you started because I am really that nice. All right, the subject line, very simple. Interested in new LPs. Hi name. Is company name currently looking for new LPs? We have a handful of funded funds and family offices interested in investing with company name. Let me know when would be best time to chat. Thanks. Signature. All right, step 3. This is fulfillment, most important part, or else you're just scamming people. Once you've locked in some interest from VCs, you've watched a few of my videos to see how the sales process would go down, which, just by the way, is also a very helpful sales process when you're actually meeting new investors in order to build out your book. However, once you've sold a couple of guys and you actually have some VCs that you're working with, now it's time to go out and fulfill on what you told them, which is go out to the market and find fund of funds, pension funds, family offices, multifamily offices, and even maybe some endowments that would be interested in investing in venture capital. Maybe sovereign wealth funds too, if you're feeling crazy. Subject line would be venture capital, ? Then here's the copy. Hi name. Is company name still investing in VC funds, ? Fund name is currently returning investors X% ROI, and we'd love to discuss. Let me know when would be a best time to chat. Thanks, your name. If you guys are working on a budget, you guys can use databases like Apollo. And if you guys want to figure out how to use larger databases and also what script I would use for this, go down below and comment venture capital, and I'll shoot it over to you guys. Step 4 is connecting the dots. If you're unlicensed, don't do anything else. Just connect the VC with the potential funder. If you guys are licensed, I'd recommend that you hop in that meeting yourself for sure. And if anything, perform a discovery. Figure out what the needs and pain points are of the investors that you're speaking with. That way, even if the VC that you have on the table might not be the best fit, you've got their mandate in the back of your head at all times. And if you're really smart, you'd write it down or keep it in your CRM. All right, let me address the skeptics because you guys, I don't know, you guys just love hating, huh? Why isn't everyone doing this? The answer is simple. Most people don't even know that this exists, A, and B, most people think that this is way too difficult for them to ever get involved in. The reality is that people are doing it every single day. Guys like me, guys in capitaladvisory.io, it's a legitimate way for you to perform outreach and help institutional investors find funds and businesses find institutional investors. It works really well. You're just doing what investment bankers have been doing for decades at scale. The reality is this space is small, it's exclusive, and it's kind of intimidating. I won't lie to you. It took me a long time to feel like I belonged in the finance space myself, and I've been doing this for 4 years. However, once you crack this code, it's like being given a golden ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Look, you're learning how to print cash with cold email, which is most of what my page is about, but this one specifically I'm a little more intimately involved in. Here's a fun fact. Fund of funds diversify across many different VCs in order to hedge their risk and still realize the larger returns or outsized gains that VCs can offer, although with that comes outsized potential losses. Now, that being the case, they're diversifying across them all the time, almost have to allocate some of their funds to venture capital, which means they're doing it anyway. So is family offices. Most family offices allocate about 45% of their total portfolio to alternative investments, which would include something like venture capital. That being said, these people are already looking for what you are out there selling them. The real question is, are you going to find the best venture capital firms possible? And that's what you guys will start to get good at, is screening the level of quality that you're dealing with when it comes to venture capital firms. Who knows? If you guys want me to make another video outlining exactly what that looks like in terms of quality for venture capital or private equity funds, or what average returns might look like, let me know down below in the comments. I'd be happy to make a video on it. It's the world I live and breathe. So there you have it. A simple, scalable way to hit $1 million per month in high finance. Now, obviously I'm not guaranteeing those results. I never would, but it's possible. Not only is it possible, you don't need a degree from Harvard. You don't need to go gamble your life's worth on Dogecoin. And most importantly, you definitely don't need to spend your evenings typing in how to make passive income on Google like everyone did when they were 14 years old. This is basic. It's what I always preach. Connect the right people at the right point of the market and take your cut. If you found that helpful, smash the like button, drop a little comment for me, and subscribe to the channel. And hey, if you're eager to get started but have no clue how to do that or where to go, hit me up. All my links are in my bio and you guys can reach out to me super easily. Who knows? This could be your ticket to the big leagues. Catch you in the next video. As always, I'm Alex Zastre, and that's how you make your first million.